Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. This is Fred, the submarine guy here. This is video number 2, and we're going to talk about one-click prospects. How to get prospects with just 1 or 2 clicks here. You can see right now I'm on a site called Udemy, UDIMI.com. I'll have a link below here somewhere you can click on. But what Udemy is a site that lets sellers, let's see, I'm looking for, here we go, the solo deals, lets the sellers sell leads to people like us for a price, right? So what are the variables here? You can see the prices here are anywhere from 35 to 59 cents to 40 cents. They're basically between 35 and 50 cents or 60 cents. Here's a 60-cent one, right? And you might expect a little more out of the higher price ones, that kind of thing. 35 to 40 cents is probably about where you want to start. There's a ton of active dealers here. Some of the things that you want to look for on Udemy when you use this, these are all people who are looking for an offer like ours, right? So what we're going to do is write a short ad. I'll provide those for you, and we'll send them over to our lead capture page to see if they'd like to see our 5-video series, right? Remember our lead magnet. And so some of the things you have to look for here is they talk about, let's see if I can find one. It shouldn't take me long. T1, Tier 1 and Tier 2 and Tier 3. Tier 1 is USA, Canada, UK, Australia, and New Zealand, I believe, right? That's Tier 1 prospects. Tier 1 usually is a premium cost, but it's the people with the money for the most part. So it's worth paying that small premium to get Tier 1s. Now you'll see some that say, well, I have 85% Tier 1 or guaranteed 80%. Here's 100% T1 clicks, right? He's one of the higher price guys, right? Here's a 90% Tier 1 minimum. So you always want to be aware of your Tier 1 prospects, and really that's what your cost basis ought to be built on. You won't get many sales outside of the Tier 1 countries, if any at all. There are some other good countries, but Tier 1 countries are where you want to target, okay? You also want to look on these promoters to see how many positive testimonials they got. Now, obviously, you can fake these. You can buy fake testimonials. You can buy people that'll write testimonials for you that hadn't used your service. There's all kind of bad things about testimonials. But in general, for people that have been around a long time, like William McCrae here has been around a long time, they'll have a lot of positive testimonials. You can kind of tell who's new and who's not. Generally, the newer people have lower cost. That's how they kind of get into the business. So somewhere in the mid-cost range to the higher cost range is probably where you want to be. Some of the other things you want to look for are the delivery times. If they give them to you really fast, like overnight, within 24 hours, all at once, that's probably not a good sign. You want to get delivery over a period of days so that you know that the guy or lady is not spamming his list, day after day after day to get these kind of clicks for you, okay? Let's see, what else? Basically what you do is you go in and you click on, let's say we want to buy this guy's premium solo ads. He's from Colombia. That's okay. I mean, and he's got, where is it? 51-cent leads, right? 51-cent clicks. What you can expect, 85% or 100% T1s. Buyer's list. Buyer's list means people that have bought before. People kind of throw this term around a lot. I'm always leery when people tell me they're going to have buyer's list people included, because they it's what they don't say about it that kind of lets you know. Like this guy says buyer's list included. Well, is that 1% of the list, or is it 100% of the list? It's probably not 100, or he would have said so, right? Unique clicks are important. You don't want duplicate clicks or anything like that. Most of these dealers give an over delivery for 10 or 5 or 10%. That's good. And customer service, obviously, you want. This guy has a minimum, or at least he has set up. You can get 200 leads from him for, here's the total down here, $87, right? And you can do these other options if you only want mobile or you only want top tier. You notice the price went up by $20 for only top tier. Okay. No mobile, you can, check that. Only mobile, that's probably going to be higher. Yep. And then the base, you can't turn that one off. You put your URL in here. And then if you do have some ad text, a lot of people will let you put in your ad, right here. You should always use a lead shortener from, track.me or things like that. I'll put you a link down for the tracker that I use. I use track.me, right? And then you just say add to cart. And it says seller accepts in 3 hours on average. There is a base cost for Udemy, so you add a little bit in for overhead here. And here's his history: 89% top tier, 77% US, 4% Canada. You can see what they are there. 20% were filtered, and 26,000 he's got on his list. So that's not too bad, right? And then here's the history of some of his sales, right? He's got some thumbs up here. That's good to see. Don't have any thumbs down or negative. Okay. And that's kind of how you do it. Hang on.